Happy bank holiday, one and all. I hope you're all having a really nice time. I hope you're enjoying the weather, making the most of it, and doing whatever it is that you want to do or what you need to do. I need to sort this garden out rather badly, and I'm just going to do the best I can. This is over 3 days because I've been an absolute manic busy bee. Do you know what I said in my last video at the end? I said if there is something you see online or something that's playing on your mind and you want to get it but you're like not sure, and I said to you, get it because you will regret it and it will play on your mind and it'll be gone and it'll be too late. You know, live for the moment, not for tomorrow. Well, I should have taken my own advice, shouldn't I? Because I never ever buy myself things. It's very, very, very rare. And I should have listened to my own words there because there was something on the Sabaton website and there was only 1,000 of them and they sold out and I wanted to get one. Yeah, my hand really had a burning pain in the wrist, like a shooting sudden pain. So I was like, oh no, I really, really wanted to get that edging done, but I need to use my little pick thing to get it all up. So I thought what I'll do, it's late in the evening, I'll go through my little rose bush here and try and get all the bindweed that is travelling and making itself at home wrapped around my rose bush. But yeah, I feel really gutted. I genuinely feel like it's very rare you have moments in your life where you really wish you could turn back time. I mean, we do all have those moments and 9 times out of 10 they're pretty awful. So my situation right now is minor. I know it's minor. But it's playing on my mind and I feel heartbroken. I feel so sad. And if I think about it too much, I could cry. But it's done. Just got to learn from it. And I know next time anything like that pops up, I've just got to be like, you know what, I don't care. No one's eating for a day. Because mama needs to get something. I need to. Yeah. But there we go. You live and learn. Those slabs are extremely, extremely heavy. And they're an absolute nightmare to manoeuvre about. And I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, but I don't want to get rid of them because something will come along and I'll be like, oh. But you see my little hack with the wheelbarrow? I think I'm a genius. I genuinely think I'm a genius because you just put the bin liner in it and hook it over and then it just slides straight in. Yeah, you can just slide it right on in there. Anyway, next day, and it's nice and sunny, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to crack on. I'm going to do some more. Little did I know that the heat, I don't do well with heat. I don't do well with cold. I'm like in between. I used to love the heat and I used to love snow, but now my body has other ideas. So if it's too hot, I flare up. If it's too cold, I flare up. Well, it was definitely too hot. I had all good intentions to come out here and chuck away so much rubbish. Yep, the coat fell straight off the line. Do the weeding and just get it all sorted. But no, I was so hot. I genuinely felt like I couldn't breathe. My body was aching. It felt like it was being pulled down. And do you know what I did? Do you know what I did? I went into the front room and I put on Walking Dead. Now, I watched it with Alex because he's off school, because he's come up with this strange rash on his back and spread under his arms. And it's turned out I thought at first, I was like, oh, it's got to be heat rash. But it looks really blistery, it looks horrible. He says it's not itchy, it's not sore, it's just irritating. Anyway, I took him to the doctor's. He's got eczema. So it's a spotty kind of eczema. It just looks like blisters. You know, to look at it at first glance, it's like shingles, but it's not. So he's on treatment for that. So he was off for the day because I thought, I'm not having you. No, I don't care what the school says. I'm not having you in a classroom with no treatment, sweating, being that sore, raw and uncomfortable. So I was like, no, stay home. And we sat and watched Walking Dead. And for those of you fine people that have watched it and have told me, stick with it, because yes, you're going through the boring bit at the moment, but it gets really good. Oh, I'm literally hanging on the edge of my seat. The bad bits happened with Glenn. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, but I feel like I wish I could just do a video of nothing but talking about The Walking Dead, because I can't believe what my eyes witnessed. I've never watched an episode or a film in my life where I've genuinely felt like I was going to be sick, because it was just so horrific to watch. But that's how I felt. Yeah. And now it's getting really good. Oh, I'm loving it. I really am. Look at the mess. Just look at it. How does it get like this is what I ask, because I'm constantly sorting, cleaning, organising, tidying, decluttering, going to the tip. And I ask you again, how, on fresh how, does it get like this? I just don't know. Talk about fresh how. The traffic that I have been stuck in today is a joke. So I've been here, there and everywhere, and I absolutely love the reply, the comment I got on the reply of my video where I said I took my mum to the vet again. Well, that comment did make me laugh. Well, I'll have you know, I took her to the vet again today. I did. Mid-flow of this video, I took her to the vet because she needed it. But yeah, today I've just been here, there and everywhere. So I'm currently prepping for Brands Hatch tomorrow. We're going up for that. And we're leaving at like 7 o'clock in the morning because Oscar wants to do the pit run, the first one in the morning. So you know what that means? It means one has to get up at stupid o'clock in the morning. I'm going to get up at 6. I'm going to have my coffee for the first 15 minutes. 15 minutes to get myself showered. And then the rest of the half an hour is going to be me quickly putting my hair into plaits, getting in the car and making sure I've got everything. Yes. And unpacking fluffy socks because I'm the type of person that when I go somewhere, I set up home for the day. If I'm there all day, I will set up like it's home. I'll have my blanket, my fluffy socks, all my snacks. Yeah, my own little cosy spot. That mirror I was just putting up, so that was a gift from one of my dear friends who got me that as an early birthday present. My birthday's in, I think, 2 weeks. And she gave it to me over a month ago now because she was really worried that I would get one in the meantime. Anyway, so I put it up, but it wobbled a bit. So what I did was I raised it a little bit higher as well. And I did some wiring underneath. I put a thin thread of wire. Yeah, so basically I unscrewed a couple of the screws at the bottom of the mirror, put a thin bit of wire in through around one of the screws, and then it would just tie nicely around the wood of the pergola, and it sits there nicely now without wobbling about all over the place. One bit of wind and it'd be on the floor. 7 years bad luck. Although it'd be 7 years bad luck for the pergola, not for me, because the pergola did it, not me. Or in fact, it could be 7 years bad luck for the wind. Yes. The bramble that is growing around here is a joke. So I've got a mixture of bindweed and bramble going on. Oh yeah, I thought I'd done it. No, now I'm doing it. See, look, I'm just tucking a bit of wire under there. Yeah, but the bramble, and it really hurts. So I was using like really sturdy, thick gloves to try and pull it up, but also using as many tools as I could because you can't find the root. And I did find roots. Once I finally found where the roots were, I upbedded them and pulled them out. I know it's not going to last long. I need to do the vinegar trick and I can't remember the recipe. So if you can be so kind and pop it down below for me because I can't remember. I can't remember if it's just vinegar, like is it white vinegar, or if I have to add something to it. But what I did get was in Tesco's, and they've got these spray bottles. They're only like small, like light bulb shaped ones with green little spray tops, and they're £1 each. So I bought a few of those. The boys have been using them as little water guns around the garden, but they'll be handy as well for spraying the weeds. We're taking some of those to Brands Hatch tomorrow as well, some of those bottles, because you can refill them, and if it's really hot, you just put it on the mist and spray it on your face. Yes. Do you know, I looked in Tesco, thought, yeah, look what we found. Look what I found down there. It's a toad. A big one. Anyway, this is going to be strange. I know you're going to think I'm strange. I'll explain Tesco in a minute, but I use wash up liquid on my fence. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And to be honest, many people should do it. If they're thinking of scrubbing their fence, it will take the paint off if you're using a scrubbing brush and wash up liquid. But my fence now smells really, really appley when I go near it. It's got a really nice scent to it. I'm like, oh, yes. But yeah, so I went to Tesco, and the worst shopping place that I can ever take myself into. But I went in there to try and find some sunglasses. I thought, well, I'll get some fruit for tomorrow and I'll get sunglasses for the boys. And I wanted to get an animal print long sleeve top that they had on the clearance in there. I wanted to get that for myself. So I'm in there and I'm looking at the sunglasses and I'm like, they're having a laugh. So my boys don't have the kids ones anymore, which were cheaper. They have, they're older now. So they have the men's section. And I'm looking in there. The cheapest pair of glasses I found was £22.99. They're having a laugh. So I looked at Jensen and I said, should we go to Home Bargains and have a look there? And he was like, yeah, because he loves going to Home Bargains. He's like me. And we ended up in Poundland and I got £2. £2 a pair. We all got some. 100% UV protection sunglasses. Nice and sturdy. Will do the job. And it don't matter if they lose them at Brands Hatch or they break because they're £2. Obviously, I want them to look after them because regardless of price, I need to look after them. but it just takes that stress off. Can you imagine if you spent £30 or something? Because there was a pair in there, £30.99. I can't remember what brand they were now. I think it was like red something. I can't remember. But anyway, in between cleaning the fence, I'm going back to the bush. This is my beautiful bumblebee bush. I can't remember what it's called. I say it every single time. And again, I can't remember what it's called. There's a kissing lips or whatever it is. And it smells lovely and the bumblebees love it. But I'm having to cut it back because it's so overgrown with bindweed and bramble that I can't actually physically get to it until I cut it all back. Honestly, I don't know how people can do it for a living. I mean, I love having a nice garden, but maintaining it is harder than maintaining the house. That is for sure. So my hat goes off to anybody who does gardening for a living because it is really hard work. It hurts your back. It's time consuming. It's arm aching, wrist aching, finger aching. It's just awful. Anyway, I decided as it cooled down, I was going to paint the fence. I was like, right, here we go. It's dry from me giving it a scrub and now I'm going to paint it. But it got dark so quickly that I had to use the light. And then before I knew it, it was pitch black and I was like, this is not good. But I didn't want to have to wash the brush, pack it all away to only have like a small percentage done. So I was like, I'm going to go for as long as I can until I've literally got no more light left. Look when the light goes off, because we've got a garden light that goes on automatically. And when it goes off, I couldn't see anything. And my eyesight is bad anyway. But the next morning comes and I make myself a coffee. I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, right, kids are still in bed. I'm going to crack on. Yes, I am. It was hot, but it wasn't like blistering. But the toad was back. He came back. And I was like, well, I'm not going to touch your corner because I don't want to interrupt him. Leave him be, you know. And I didn't get any of that corner done because he was there and I was scared he was going to jump. But then he eventually toodled off when I was on this side and he hopped through the fence. I thought, right, I'll do it now quickly before he comes back because, yeah, obviously I don't want any harm to come to him and I want him to be okay and I don't want to interrupt his little living quarters that he's got going on there. But he was making me feel a bit sick. It was all the lumps on him. The lumps. And he kept side-eyeing me while I was doing this end. He kept looking at me like that. Don't you dare come near my little corner. And I was like, don't you worry, my friend. You can stay right there as long as you kill as many spiders. They kill spiders, don't they? Do they eat them? Do they like eat bugs and stuff? Because if they do, he's very welcome. Very welcome. We have got a spider currently living its best life in our toilet, in the pipework. Not only is she living there, but she has a nice little ball of eggs that are formed, all white and yellowy, in the corner. I'm like, oh God. They're all going to hatch. They're all going to be roaming around, pittering their little feet all over the place. What do you call them? Do they have feet? Surely they don't just have leg stumps and then no feet. I've never thought of that. Like ants, second coat. Look at that, like magic. Like magic. Thought I'd show you the fence next to it just then so you could see how much better it looks. I will do the rest of it. I just need to get more paint. And with it being the bank holiday, my intentions are not to go to Wickes and get more paint just yet. I've got so much else going on. It's ridiculous. I can barely function with what's going on. I went down, didn't I, to the pharmacy around 2 o'clock today, you know, and I was like, right, I'm going to go and get Alex's prescription because it wasn't ready yesterday. So I thought, I'll go down there and I'll get it before sorting out my mum for the vet, because my mum needed the vets. And I love that. It just cracked me up so much. I know it was a joke, but it was just so funny. I was like, I've never actually thought of it like that when I say it. But yeah, so before taking her down, I thought, I'll go to the pharmacy and pick it up. No, it's closed, wasn't it? It's shut at 1. I was like, no. How always has to happen, doesn't it? Over a bank holiday as well, when you know that you're not going to be able to get in there and you're not going to get what you need. And do you know what? I'm probably talking the most boring tut. I'm so tired. It's unbelievable. Like, I haven't felt this tired in ages. Does anybody get so tired that when they go to bed, they close their eyes to try and fall asleep, but a wave of sickness comes over where you're so tired you actually feel like you're going to be sick? And then you have to like prop yourself up and just relax for a bit without actually letting yourself go to sleep because you feel so physically sick. You can't sleep. Yeah, look at that after. I just thought it matched the pergola then. So the upper end of the garden's got this nice little brown, harvest brown going on. I'm at the end of the video. I'm at the end. That's all I filmed. And it's taken me like 3 days to go over that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. You've got a black screen because I'm still rambling. And I will see you lovely, lovely people in my next one.